It is time for another daily YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. Today we are back in City Skylines, and today is probably the biggest stream I've done in a long time. We are going to be building the centerpiece of this city. So if you joined the stream today, this is going to be a good one. Welcome everybody to the stream. I see Liam in chat and Greg is in chat. Hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you guys are having a good week. So yeah, I didn't stream yesterday, so thanks for coming back today. I took the day off, and I'm feeling really good. I'm really glad that I did. And sometimes you just need to take a day off. And yeah, I was just feeling a little overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, and so yeah, I feel really good. I haven't taken that day off, and it's really made me invigorated to come back and have a really good stream. I was also a little nervous about today's stream because it's so important. We're going to be doing stuff today that I have never done on stream before, so yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. Liam says, is it snowing in Arizona? It is snowing, not where I live, but yeah, in different places in AZ it is snowing. Liam says, did your day off help? It did. It was really nice. All right, so let's talk about what's happening today. Here is our city. It is patterned off the city after the city of Banff in Canada, and this is a tourist town. It's surrounded by these epic mountain ranges, and it's such a beautiful place. But there is probably the most visual landmark of Banff is an old historic hotel, and it is in the thumbnail of this stream. And I can pull it up here, actually. I have it up because I was looking at it. Ta-da! This is the Fairmont Hotel in Banff. It is massive. It is huge. And so this is kind of what everyone thinks of when they think of Banff. I believe they've made this an actual a national historic landmark or something in Canada. So it's a kind of an important building. We are going to build this today. Now, there is nothing on the Steam Workshop even remotely close to this. It's such a unique building, and yeah, there's nothing. So we are going to build this from scratch using procedural objects. It's going to be interesting. And because, I'm not a procedural objects expert. Procedural objects is a mod you can use with City Skylines. It's a very advanced mod. But there's another City Skylines YouTuber. His name is Acruus, and he uses procedural objects all the time. He is like the PO expert. I watch all of his videos. I love them. And he recently uploaded a tutorial video on how to do procedural objects. If you're interested in what I'm doing today, you might want to go check out that video. It's 3 hours long. It's a 3-hour long tutorial. I watched the whole thing, and yeah, it's very, very helpful and informative. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be interesting. I've never done this before, so we will see how it goes. Captain Irish is in chat. Hey, how's it going? V5 is in chat. What is up? V5 says, COVID isolation is starting to... Are you in COVID isolation? Or are other people? I hope you're not in isolation, because that does suck. Oh, he's not able to do his work. He's saying the military's making him isolate. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think you said you got exposed or something, but you didn't have it. But that's even worse if you have to go into isolation when you don't have it. That's really frustrating. Captain says he's in the snow. Holy cow. Well, stay safe, man. I can't stay. Just had to pop in and say hi. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I'm going to slide this photograph off to the side of the screen, and let's start by looking at the map. So here's the map of Banff. We've been looking at this a lot. So the Fairmont Banff Hotel is down here, and we haven't actually built in this area yet. Let's go kind of zoom in, and you can start to see the big hotel is right here. Oh, is it facing this direction? No, it's got to be facing towards the water. Yeah, because here's the big part that kind of sticks out. Now, do I have a place I can stick the guy down? I can maybe stick the guy down here. Does that work? Oh, this is inside the hotel. But that's not, I don't want to see inside the restaurant. This does not help me. This is not helpful. Maybe I can... go down here. Okay, this looks like it's the back of the hotel. Okay, that's not really helpful either. Can I go down this way? Okay, so this is... yeah, here it is. It's kind of hard to see from these angles, but... yeah, this is the building. Okay, so let's go back to the overall map. So it's right here, kind of at the bend of the Bow River. And so this is our photograph. So I think this, yeah, this has got to be what's facing the river. Or is this the back of it? I would think... yeah, this has got to be this mountain that's behind it. See this mountain here? Yeah, so this has to be facing the river. Captain says it's not snowing here. I was just being silly. There is no snow in Atlanta. Oh, I see. V5 saying his snow is unchanged. I never even set foot in that hotel. Liam says, Greg says it can snow in Atlanta. It was 85 when I went through Atlanta the other day. That's warm. Captain says it snows here like twice a year, but it's usually gone the next day. V5 says there's 1 meter deep of snow and ice. Greg says, when does it cause major problems on the road? Oh, when it does snow. Yeah, when there's places that there isn't much snow and then it snows, it's like chaos. All hell breaks loose. Liam says, it's the back of it that is facing the river. It's the back. What do you mean? This is the back? B5 says that hotel's extremely expensive for someone like me. This hotel's expensive for everybody. I ain't buying a room in this hotel. I'm buying a room in like the Motel 6 down the road. No. I'm buying a tent in the campground. That's where I'm staying. Okay, so I'm not exactly sure where this, how this is oriented in terms of the river. I looked at a lot of photographs of this, but there aren't really that many good photographs. I think it's hard to take a good photograph because it's such a massive building and like all around it is trees that are going to block your view. Anyway, here's the point. I'm not going to build this exactly because I'm not that good at procedural objects. So what we're going to end up with today is not going to look exactly like this. It will look similar to this. Okay, I'm going to just try my best. We're going to get something that's kind of thematically similar to this, and we're going to call it a day. I'm just working on this in today's stream, and I'm no PO expert, so we're going to see what we can get. Greg says that photo is the front of it. Liam says, I'm going to stay in the Hilton. Liam's going to stay in the nice place. Okay. I think I'm going to have to buy another block of land. Wait, let me look at the map again. So, oh yeah, it's right across from the bend in the river. That's what we got to remember. Right across from the bend in the river. So here's the river bend. So that means it's right. Oh, it's actually right here. Really? I thought it'd be farther away than that. So maybe it's like right here? Bend in the river is like right here. Okay, so let's say it's right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these trees first. Let's take out a bunch of these trees. And we will flatten out some land here so I have some nice land to work with. But we're going to say it's going to go in like right about here. Does that look about right? Yeah, that feels about right to me. So we'll say it's right around here. Let's go ahead and flatten out the land so we have some nice flat land. And this is like super unflat. So we'll just pick the middle of this area here and kind of flatten it out. As best as we can. Okay, so this is a pretty big plot of land, so hopefully this is enough room for us. And then for starters, I'm going to get out some pieces of assets that I'm going to be using as building blocks. So I've gone through my assets and kind of looked for buildings that were kind of similar to the actual hotel. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these and just turn them into procedural objects just initially. So these are all going to be just different procedural objects that we can kind of use. This is or we'll come back to that. Maybe we need this one. And so these kind of become like little puzzle pieces that we can stick all together. What's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, this one has a green paint color. That one's a blue. I like the blue one better, so we won't do that. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to activate PO and move it. So I can grab the PO building, delete that. We'll be using that a lot. Okay, oh, I also want this one. Convert this to a PO. And probably, oh yeah, this one. Yeah. All right, so we have a bunch of cool looking building pieces. They're kind of old, they're kind of historic. And we're going to kind of use these as puzzle pieces and, you know, kind of cobble them together into like a bigger looking building. You guys are talking in chat about how to handle lots of snow. Liam says, don't they have plows and salt in Canada? Yeah, you know what's funny is that I've always lived in places that did not have very much snow. Even when I've lived in the Pacific Northwest, they don't have much snow there. And so, like, whenever it does snow, it becomes a mess, and, like, the roads all close down. And then I'll talk to, like, I have friends who grew up in, like, Chicago or whatever, and they have lots of snow. And it's funny, it's like, when they would get a bunch of snow in Chicago, the schools don't close. They just plow the roads. But in Oregon, when they got a little bit of snow, like, everything shuts down. It's so funny. at how like different places treat things differently. But yeah, in Chicago, it's like you're still going to school, man. Okay, where I want to start is with this building here. I think this is a good looking building here to start. So we're going to copy this. Wait, copy. Wait, no, hold on. Let me select it with this and then copy it. Then move it up here. And we are going to, where's the front of this? Oh, there's no side. There's no back and side to this. Yikes. All right, well, let's say that this is the middle of it. Now, from the picture, from the photograph, these roofs were more peaked than this. I remember the roofs being more peaked. So let's go ahead and go into procedural objects and actually make the roof more peaked. So if I select this, we'll go to edit, we'll go to customization, and this allows me to select any one of the vertices, which is the corners, in this model. And there's a lot. This is a very detailed building. But what I think I can do is like grab the front of this roof and just extend the peak. So I'm going to grab these dots here. And hopefully I did not select anything else. Yeah, I've only selected those dots on the roof. And so what I'm going to do is just start to raise these up, forming more of a peak. So something like that. It really kind of stands out. Now, we have some things that didn't quite work out well. Like this looks kind of funny down here. We want it to go all the way down to the edge here. So what we can do, let me deselect these. Okay, so I'm just going to select this one point there. So we've got that one point. I'm going to select this one point. I'm going to hold Control. So now I have these points selected, that point, that point. And then what is not... Oh, there's a point down here. Okay, I'll select this point as well. And then this point is connected to this roof line. So we don't want to change this. This roof line has to stay the same. But this one, is like, obviously there's a problem. You can see through the building here now. So we have these three lined up. And what you can do, there's a button here. Can't see because it's behind my head. Okay, now you can see it. There's a button here that says Align Vertices. If you click that, it should make everything in a line, and then the whole roof is lined up with nice alignment. So let's do that for the other side. Okay, so I'm going to select the top of the roof. And then this point here. And this point here. Then align those guys. And we have a nice, beautiful roof. And it's nice and pointy like the other one was. Now, I think what I want to do, let's go... I think what I want to do is put sides on all of these. So see how those sides are blank? I think this is going to be easier if I have multiple buildings together. Or full windows on all sides. That's what I'm saying. V5 says, in my entire time in public schools, they were never shut down, even once, not even at -40, not when the wind went to 160 kilometers per hour. Never. Even when visitability was under 1 meter, the school was still open. There were ropes attached to stakes so you can hold onto the rope and not get lost. Liam says, that's a hurricane. B5 says, but the school was always open and you had to go. Liam says, how did you get to school? I would have stayed home in front of the fire. B5 says, we had a convoy system where the heavier kids would help the lighter kids not blow away. There were ropes to hang on to. Also, crawling works better in high winds. That sounds pretty intense, V5. Sounds like you were walking uphill both ways to go to school. Liam says, here's the point of the schools can be liable for children if something happened because the school was open. I don't believe you, V5. V5 says, in my high school, we even had war memorial that also remembered the kids who didn't make it outside of a war. Liam says, in Baltimore, we would get off school early if the temperature was 85 before 11 a.m. B5 says, it's pretty flat here, so you never walk up a hill. Okay, so to fix the sides on this, I think what I'm going to do, let me copy this. And I'm just going to flip this around. Now, normally I could just kind of place it down like that. And that gives me like windows on every side. That actually doesn't look that bad. Except we have this concrete here, which doesn't look that good. So let's bump it out. We'll bump that out and bump that out. Okay, so that gives a little kind of ugliness here, which I don't like. But I'm pretty sure that's the... I don't like this roof thing either. Yikes. All right, well, what I'll do... Actually, let's delete that. I don't want to mess with the roof. So we're going to actually take this one. And try to make it lined up as perfectly as possible here. Oh, that's pretty lined up already. How did I get that just perfectly lined up? Oh, that is not that perfect. Okay, that's a little bit better. And so let's try it again. We'll try and line it up as best as we can. And because this roof is lower, it doesn't even affect the pointiness of this at all. Okay, do we still have concrete there? Nope, concrete there. Nope, perfect. We got our little bit on the edge here, but you know what? This isn't going to be perfect, so nobody pay attention to the concrete on the corner. But that is looking pretty sharp. We now have windows on every side. Look at that. All right, then what we can do, we can grab both of these. We're going to copy both of them. And then flip them around and do something like this. So that it is like a little, it's like a cross almost. Just have to line this up. I think probably like that's pretty centered. Ooh, look at that. All right, that's starting to look pretty nice. I'm liking that. So we got the pointy roof. We got these old-fashioned windows. It's like multifaceted. Look at the views from this. Aren't those views going to be great? I like it. Greg says, I walked 5 miles uphill to school and uphill 5 miles uphill home in a blizzard. Liam says, Greg, you forgot with no shoes on. Greg says, shoot, you're right, Liam. B5 says, I should join the Discord so I can put some photos of trees with stuff embedded in them. We use boots here. Liam says, we already said you should join Discord. Greg says, boot? You don't need note-seeking boots. Yeah, join Discord. We're always posting cool stuff in there. Link in the description box down below. It's free. So, yeah, you just click it, and then it takes you to the page you can sign up. V5 says there are shots being fired here. Luckily, I'm underground. Liam says concrete on the corner, though. Don't look at the concrete. You guys, I'm doing my best here. Okay, before we go on next, I want to do some things on the front, because if you remember from this photograph, let's pull up the photograph again. So there's the big building here, which obviously I'm building here. I'm building this big front building, but then there's these like little buildings in front that are kind of made out of stone. They're a little bit more typical storefront. This is really bizarre architecture. I don't know who was the architect for this, but this is crazy. Like, what? Who designed this place? Yeah, so I want to do the architecture in front, and I kind of like this building here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this. Actually, let's copy this. We're going to move this down in front. And let me line this up as best as I can. Okay, that looks like it's pretty close to being lined up. And so this one, we can do some kind of like, something like this. And put one, oh, actually, but this would need to be in the center. So we can put one building here. And then flip it around and put the other building here. Now, this building is not exactly symmetrical. So you can see this area is longer than this area. So I can't just flip it with move it. If I flip it with move it... mirror objects. Did that do anything? Well, anyway, we're going to use procedural objects to do this. If I grab this, there's a way to mirror in this. Let's see. Advanced tools. One of these buttons. Oh, mirror model. And you could mirror it on any of these axes. So I'm going to mirror it on the x-axis. Oh, I need to copy it first. Hold on. Let's copy this. Let's grab this. We're going to copy it. Place it right down here. And then we will mirror it. Edit, advanced, mirror. Perfect. And it's a perfect mirror of the asset. I think that's so cool. Then we use move it to just move it exactly into place. And what I might do, actually... Well, that looks pretty good, I think. I think that looks pretty nice. What happens if I go in all the way here? Does that look better or worse? I think that looks better. All right, so let's do that. We're going to put them both together like that and then center these guys. You just push it all the way into the back of this building here. So it's nicely centered and lined up. All right, cool. And then I'm going to grab these ones that we did earlier, these 4 buildings, and raise these up so they're even taller. Okay, that's too tall. That is too tall. Maybe to like there. No, maybe I should hide that bottom piece. Something like that. That looks pretty sweet. Except these windows right here don't have that great of a view. That just looks kind of weird like that. Does that look weird? Yeah, that looks too weird to me. I don't think you would have that there. maybe that looks okay. Yeah, I feel like that looks better because those windows then see over this roof. I like it. Okay, don't look at the back. And the floating building. B5 says concrete was a thing when that building was built. Greg says you should ask the creator of the asset to allow you to save the hotel to the workshop. V5 says Bruce Price designed the Banff Springs Hotel. He was actually an American. Oh, interesting. Liam says, is this the Fairmont Banff Spring? Yeah, it's the Fairmont Banff Hotel. V5 says it's actually an I-beam and reinforced concrete building with brick and stone hanging off it to look cool. Really? It's not even made out of stone? I thought it was all made out of stone. B5 says, yes, it's the Fairmont Banff Springs, or inspired by the Banff Springs. Yeah, I think it like burned down or something. They had to rebuild it at some point, which is the case with a lot of historic buildings. Okay, so what we saw when we looked at the maps is there isn't like, this hotel doesn't have that traditional like overhang that a lot of hotels have, you know, like a massive overhang. It's just kind of like the street just runs in front. But obviously, this is not really a good front door here. And there is a hotel that I have that I really like the front door of that I think would work well here, which is this one, the St. Regis Hotel. I don't know which city this is from, but this is from some city, St. Regis Hotel. I'll convert it to PO. And let's line this up as best as possible. Because this is going to be the front that I'm going to put in here. Okay, that's pretty close. All right, so I'm just going to set it down right here. And then we'll use PO again. And I don't want this is a really cool asset, but this isn't like the look that we're going for. So I'm going to get rid of all the rest of this except for this entrance, because I really like the entrance. I think it will work for our building here. So I'm just going to go into here. We'll go to Edit. We'll go to Customization. And we have all of these points again. And this is going to be hard, but I think what I'm going to do is take all of these to maybe right here. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to... Oh, gosh. I think we got too close here. Okay, let's do it again. Let's not get too close to the front. Okay, so we're going to take these. I'm going to merge these all down to one point. So all those points just got smushed down into this one spot. I'm going to try and take the rest of this. We're going to take all of these to maybe right there. Okay. And we're going to merge all of those together. Then we'll grab... Oh, gosh. It's hard to just like grab these guys. Take those, we'll merge those together. So everything is together now. I just got to get all of these. You just have to be careful that you don't select something that you don't want, you know? And I'm just trying to get rid of all of these. Oh, shoot. So select those. Select these. Oh, it didn't select all of them. Okay, we got those. Let's try and get these over here. Okay, let's merge all of these. And is there something that I'm missing? Okay, so let's just grab this now. Grab this one. Why can't I grab this? There we go. And let's... I'm going to use the arrow keys here. Okay, I need this to go down. Okay, perfect. Now, is there anything else that's kind of like sticking up here? No, that's kind of like everything that's on the side of the building. And then does the door still look okay? The store looks great, or the door looks great. Okay, so we've kind of just like erased everything that was here, and we're left with the door. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab move it. And so we're just going to take this and stick it right in the middle here. And we suddenly have a really cool front door. Oh, shoot. It's kind of covering up these doors here. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to do this manually. So kind of like this, except the only problem is that it's covering up these other doors. Okay, that's pretty good. But let's now take this and stretch it a little bit. Just so that we can... I want to cover up these side doors. That doesn't make any sense that those are there. So I think we can take this, and then where is the... yeah, this is the point here. Edit, and then we can use this to kind of scale it just a little bit, just to cover those side doors. And there we go. A beautiful front entryway. I don't know. I think this is working, guys. Liam says, Zach, did you look at the street view of the hotel? Oh, I mean, we looked at it earlier. Liam says that hotel is $900 per night. Ouch, that's really expensive. B5 says there's stone and brick, but the supporting structure is modern stuff. Liam says it's actually huge and has wings coming off the hotel. Yeah, we haven't built those yet, Liam. I'm working on it. Greg says the real hotel just has a drive-through in front of the doors and valet parking. V5 says apparently it's close to $1,000 for a room there. Liam says, is this Honey, I Shrunk the Hotel? I'm still building it, Liam. We're not done yet. V5 says an 8-ounce steak is $70 plus. Liam says just order pizza. V5 says apparently there's a dress code, so I'd probably not even get in if I had the money. Yeah, I don't think any of us are staying at this hotel. This is like fancy stuff. Only for the rich and famous. Maybe one day. One day when I'm a big YouTuber, I will come and I will stay in this hotel. One day. Okay, so I also want to use these other buildings in front. Maybe I'll do that later. Yeah, let's do something. I'd also like to use these. Because these look really cool. So let me grab this one. And I think this would look nice just to be like on the side here. You can kind of like line this up. Just to go kind of along this side. Let's try to center it a little bit. Or we could actually have it go out the back, I think. No, it would look better centered. So let's center it. And then raise it up to an interesting height. Maybe just to like right there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And then the back is just concrete, so we're going to ignore the back for the moment. And let's do the other side. So this is mirrored, so it fits right on the other side. Bring this up here. Okay, that looks pretty lined up. Is that centered? That's pretty centered. And then let's move it to make it the same height as this other one over here. We'll go to object height with this guy. Boom. And we have two kind of like side pieces to this just to make it a little bit bulkier. Greg says, I found a king room for 2 at $5.95 each at the Fairmont. Ooh, good deal, man. V5 says, I was averaging the different rooms based on cost and number of rooms at a given cost. Liam says, I think it's for Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Jeff Bezos to stay there. Yeah, it's for those guys. Greg says, hey, I rub elbows with those guys. V5 says, Greg, does gold dust come off those elbows? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some copy and paste here. Let's go ahead and grab these middle buildings again. So we have all these buildings in the middle. I'm going to do copy. And I think what I'm going to do, I'll hold Alt down to turn this 45 degrees. So we'll have like a 45-degree building. We'll put it on this side. Then we'll do copy again. And we'll do 45 degrees on the other side. And I'm putting wings on the building for Liam. So we have some cool kind of wings on the building. And then in between the wings, I'm going to take one of these buildings here. Let's use the copy button. And maybe I can just line them up through here. And this can be the way you get from one part of the hotel to the next through these kind of rooms here. All right, so we have that one there. I'm going to copy this one again and put it like right here. Just like that. And then I'm going to copy both of these and put them on the other side. Kind of like that. That's looking pretty good to me. And I think we'll raise these guys up. I think maybe probably to like there. We can adjust these. Let's grab these ones and set these to the same height as these guys. All right, it's coming together, guys. It's coming together. And then below here, I want to do kind of the storefronts that I was kind of talking about before. And so I'm going to grab this. We're going to copy this guy. And this will be kind of the front over here. That's pretty lined up. So I'm going to stick one in maybe right there for now. We'll stick one over here for now. I'm not exactly sure how these are going to come together. Again, we're kind of doing like puzzle pieces here. And then below here, we're going to stick these guys. And let me try and line this guy up. That is pretty lined up, except it's facing the wrong direction. Is it? No, that's the right direction. Okay, great. All right, yeah, so this could be like along the front here. And I would just imagine there's almost, it's almost like storefronts along the front. So we're just going to stick these all along here. And maybe I take this guy. And duplicate him a little bit along here. Maybe this pops out a little bit more this way. And we'll have a couple over here. Yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. We still got a little bit of room here. So what I'm going to do is copy this again and just stick another one off into the back side here. All right, so that looks pretty cool. This looks nice up here, but these, I think these could get lowered down a little bit. Same thing with these as well. We could probably lower these down. So let's grab this guy. Where are the handles for... Oh my goodness, this is getting difficult. Which one is this guy? Oh my goodness. This is getting so hard. Okay, there we go. Selected this. Oh, I need to select this one too. Oh, I got him. Perfect. So let's just lower these down. All the way to the bottom here. So that looks pretty nice. And then this one, we'll lower down this one as well. Why is that doing that? There we go. Lower that guy to like there, I think looks good. All right, let's do the same thing with this guy. We'll select this. We'll set it to the same height as this guy. Oh, it's not going to let me select it. No, this is like my worst nightmare. Oh, I had it for a second. There we go. All right, boom. So that's the same height. Now we got to do the same thing to these guys. Select this guy. Boom. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, shoot. Wrong one. There we go. Okay, so set those to the same height as this guy. Come on. Oh. Okay. Cool. Now we just have to move these guys over here. So let me grab this guy, which is this one. I'm going to actually delete this guy. And then we have to move all of these guys over. So it's those guys and those guys. Oh, shoot, I didn't grab these ones. Okay, I think that's it. Let's copy all of these guys. Oh, no. Are these... We're going to have to mirror them, but I'm missing... Gosh, forget it. I'm missing these two guys right here. Why? Oh, there they are. There we go. Okay, so here are all of these guys. Let's put them back here for the time being. Then let's go into PO. Enter group. Let's do all of them. Edit. No, shoot. Okay, wait. Hold on. Back. There is a way to select multiple things. So can I select... I think I can just select all of these. Make group. Okay, enter group. Oh, shoot. That messed it up. Oh, here we go. Wait. How do I edit this group? More. I wanted to flip these around. And I thought there was mirror them around, and I thought there was a way you could do it as a group. But maybe not. What are you guys singing, chat? Greg says, I like how Zach moves his head to the side when he's placing buildings on the side. Liam says, I forgot to eat my Arby's sandwich. I got horse sauce. Funny story, when I was a wee little lad, my friends and I went to Arby's. They tried to trick me and put horse sauce in my sandwich. I thought I wouldn't like it, but the trick was on them because I loved the horse sauce. So the prank backfired. B5 says, I miss Arby's. There was one in town, but it was too expensive. I would go like once a month. Horseradish is great. Apparently, Banff Springs has some housing for its employees across the street. If I feel safe in employment, I would go back to Arby's. Liam says, Greg, his head is controlling the buildings. He's using force. V5 says, someday I want to see a Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is pretty good, man. V5 says, I might not be able to afford to go in, but it would be nice to see one. Regina has limited opportunities. I'm getting some Army stuff for 1 to 6 months, maybe. Apparently, Chick-fil-A is somehow anti, and I was told to boycott them, but I think it's meaningless if I never even have seen one. Yeah, I think there's some controversy around Chick-fil-A. I just think their chicken is really good, though. V5 says, I've seen pictures in Google Street View and such, but seeing one in real life would be different. There might even be sounds and smells. Probably expensive. Oh, Lieb's going to put a picture in Discord. Nice. Okay, how am I going to flip this around? I mean, I guess I could just, like, do it manually. I just want to, like, move them all together. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to grab these and move these ones into place first. Oh no, what is... It's leaving stuff behind! No! What's getting left behind? It's like all the stuff on the front of the stores. Why is that happening? Okay, undo, undo, undo. Are those... Okay, hold on. Let's do this all again. Copy. Paste. Grab these. Oh, it's going to do it again. That's so weird. Why is it doing that? All right, hold on. So maybe what we need to do is try to just line these up. So that is pretty closely lined up in the back already. So let's just line that up to there. That is pretty close. So this one... can just move up just a little bit like this. And then these two need to go way up. And we're just gonna lose those pieces. There's nothing we could do about it. Then we're going to need to move these pieces in the front. What? Why is this so hard? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Undo. We're just going to undo everything. Let's put these into place first. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's how you grab the extra pieces. There's like two little things there. Okay, anyway. Okay, so I think this was just lined up against the side. So that's pretty close. And was it just lined up like that? No, there's like, it's just on the edge of that second window. Yeah, that's pretty close. All right, so those are pretty accurate. And let's move these ones in. So this is right on the edge of this guy. Kind of like that, just a little bit more. It's a little too much. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. And then these guys are right down at the edge here. Why do these hang out? Oh, it's probably not the same distance. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And this must be... We must have to, like, push this in a little bit further. Something like that. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right, that took a lot of finagling. But I think that's it. I think we're going to call that successful. Let me move the sun around. What do you guys think? So it might be helpful if I change some of the colors so the colors were a little bit more similar. See, here's the photo again. This is the photo that we're kind of being inspired by. But I don't know. I think we kind of nailed it. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, this is all similar colors. Maybe I can like change the color of this a little bit. That might be a little bit more advanced than I know how to do. Because I know when you go into like, you could like go into these ones. Like go into here, edit. There's a text customization. Yeah, I don't know how to do the colors. I could like mess around with it, but that would be the one thing I would do is to make the colors a little bit more consistent, like maybe make these all a little bit more brownish color and maybe make the roofs like a similar color. But other than that, I think it's looking pretty sharp. Now, obviously, we have to get the road over here, but that's going to be pretty easy. But yeah, so that is really going to be the landmark for this city. What do you guys think in chat? Liam says, how much money is this going to cost to run the hotel? V5 says, how do you guys feel about boycotting a place I have no way of shopping at in the first place? I don't know. Let's not talk about boycotting because people are boycotting it for political reasons, and that's too political for this channel. So that's a subject I don't want to talk about. Greg says, what about the back? Oh, I forgot about the back. I was hoping you guys forgot about the back. What we could do for the back is, let's just grab this one. I mean, good call, because I forgot about it. But we could just do something really simple because we just need to like cover it up. So if we line this up, even with this guy, as much as possible, we can just do something like this. Have like one guy in the center here. And then just you know, keep going along here. So it's just like a solid wall in the back. And I'll grab this whole line right here to this guy. We'll copy this all and move it over to this side. Boom. Back is done, Greg. Look at that. Magnificent. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. So now we can grab all these guys down here. Just delete these ones. Boom. Yep, those are good. Yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. Much better than I expected. I've never done anything like this. This is like new and unusual for me. But I think it's pretty cool. All right. Well, that's going to be it for me for today. We'll be back with some more stuff for tomorrow. And yeah, daily streams from here on out. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching. Thank you, V5. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, everyone who stopped by the stream today. Oh, Selying's in chat. Hey, thank you, Selying, for watching. Claude's in chat saying this is nice. Selying says the biggest news story of the day is American department stores closing all of its Canadian stores. What store? Claude says, I have to rewatch this. Thanks, Claude. This is going to be it for me. Everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach, signing off.